she has been the steady guide who has kept this parish. And she was hired, some of you might not know, she was hired by Monsignor Scull. And she has outlived all of us. And my only prayer is that I will be long dead before her book comes out. Because of things that woman knows. And then certainly, and it's been a little bit of a revolving, but the people I've been privileged to minister with, and there are too many to detail, but you have had in the past and continue to have a marvelous parish staff. And that reach out with such love and affection to make Christ's presence so deeply known. The pastor, again, gets the credit. It's the staff who actually makes his job easier and more joyful. So I thank you for all of you. So thank you to that. And then finally, I mean, I could go on, and I'll do more talking next weekend. I will take some Valium, and I will be doing, I know, give it out, and I will be doing, I'm Italian, I cry. And I always used to so envy my mother. My mother could lay Italian guilt on your shoulder better than any Jewish grandmother ever could. And my mother could just suddenly be standing in front of you, and the tears would just gently roll down her cheeks. And that was the sign, you're not doing what I want you to do. But nonetheless, my mother cried gently. I inherited a lot of things from my mother. I know I did. I inherited, you might not have noticed, but I inherited a penchant for clothes. But nonetheless, I don't know if you noticed that, but nonetheless, that was my mother. I inherited a penchant for fancy cars. You might have noticed that too. That was my mother. But one thing I didn't inherit was the way she cried. When I cried, I looked like almost like an elephant that's having a bad day. Okay, I don't cry gently, so I'm going to try my best next week. But I sincerely, like I said, when I first came, I felt like a little fish out of water. I had been so many years in the inner city, and I do tease all the time. When I finally do die, and I hope it's in many, many decades to come, they're going to have a hard time with my obituary for the deacon. Because most priests, if you ever read those obits, they were at St. Cecilia's, then they were at St. Aloysius, then they were at St. Matthew's, then they were at St. Pius, then they were at St. Augustine's, and my only thought is, damn it, these guys can't keep a job. But nonetheless, sorry about that. Nonetheless, mine is going to be so darn short. I've only been in 2 parishes in my entire priesthood. I was privileged to be at St. Nicholas, and some of my St. Nicholas family came, which is a real joy and a surprise and an honor. And you all remember St. Nicholas? I talked about it a little bit. Remember? And then I've been here, and 2 very wonderful parishes, 2 very different parishes, but at the core of it, people are the same. Whether you are in the depth of the city, or whether you're a little bit more in the suburbs, whether you speak English, or you speak Spanish, whether your heritage is Irish Italian, which is what God is, or your heritage is from Colombia or from Argentina, regardless, at the core, we're all the same. We want to be loved. We want to, I hope, express that love. We want to be respected. We want to be welcome. And we want to be family. And you taught me that. Within 2 years of being here, you would have needed big pliers to pry me out. I have fallen in love deeply. See? I have said what, in May. It's not my cancer. It's leaving you. That's hard.